Have you ever waited for a message that never came? Have you looked at your phone again and again, wondering why someone who once seemed interested suddenly became distant? Maybe he replies one day and disappears for 3. Maybe he says he is busy, yet somehow always has time for everyone else. Maybe he gives you just enough attention to keep you hoping, but never enough to make you feel secure. This is not confusion. This is a strategy, and the moment you understand it, everything changes. Most people think the answer is to send longer messages, explain their feelings, or fight harder for attention. Machiavelli would call this the fastest path to losing your power. A person who enjoys control never fears someone who keeps chasing. They fear the one who knows when to stop. They fear the one who understands silence better than words. They fear the one who can walk away without making a scene. If he is keeping you close without giving you commitment, then he is not protecting your heart. He is protecting his options. And every extra message you send without respect being returned makes those options strong. The truth is uncomfortable. People rarely value what they receive too easily. They value what has standards, limits, and the courage to disappear. This is why the smartest move is often the one that feels hardest. Instead of asking for more attention, you change the game completely. Instead of proving your worth, you let your actions prove that your time is valuable. Instead of begging for clarity, you become the person who no longer needs it. Machiavelli understood something that many people still ignore today. Power does not belong to the loudest voice. It belongs to the calmest mind. The person who controls emotions controls the outcome. That is why this video is not about revenge. It is not about making someone jealous or playing childish games. It is about protecting your dignity before it is slowly taken away. It is about learning the message that reveals your strength instead of your fear. Because one sentence, spoken with confidence, can expose someone's true intentions faster than 100 emotional conversations. By the end of this video, you will know exactly why some people keep others waiting, why chasing never creates respect, and what simple text can completely shift the balance of power. Once you understand this lesson, you will never again confuse mixed signals with real interest. And the greatest surprise is this: the message itself is not the real weapon. The person you become after sending it is. Most people lose before the conversation even begins. They believe love is earned by patience alone. They think if they wait long enough, forgive enough, and understand enough, the other person will finally choose them. But Machiavelli would ask one simple question: why should someone change a situation that already benefits them? If he knows you will always answer, always forgive, and always stay, then he has no reason to offer more. He already has everything he wants without paying the price. This is how emotional control works. It is rarely built through force. It is built through predictability. The moment someone knows exactly how you will react, they stop respecting your choices, because your choices no longer surprise them. Machiavelli believed that people often reveal themselves through patterns, not promises. Anyone can say, "I miss you." Anyone can promise they will change. Anyone can claim they are simply busy. But words without consistent action are only tools to keep hope alive. If he truly wanted to build something with you, you would not have to guess where you stand. Real interest creates clarity. False interest creates confusion. And confusion is often useful for the person who wants your attention without giving you commitment. This is why emotional chasing never works. Every time you send another message asking where things are going, you place your peace of mind into someone else's hands. You allow another person to decide whether you will have a good day or a bad one. That is not love. That is dependence. Machiavelli warned against giving anyone that much influence over your life. The strongest position is always the one where your happiness does not depend on another person's response. Now comes the message that changes everything. It is not dramatic. It is not angry. It does not attack or blame. It simply says, "I value honesty more than mixed signals. If you're not serious, that's okay. I wish you the best." Read those words again. There is no begging. There is no threat. There is no attempt to make him jealous. There is only confidence. This message does one powerful thing. It removes uncertainty. If he truly cares, he now has a chance to show it through action. If he was only keeping you around for convenience, he will likely disappear. Either result is a victory because you finally receive the truth instead of endless confusion. Many people are afraid to send a message like this because they fear losing someone. But ask yourself another question. Can you really lose someone who was never fully with you in the first place? You cannot lose certainty when you never had it. You cannot lose commitment that never existed. What you are actually losing is false hope, and false hope is one of the most expensive things a person can carry. Notice what happens after sending such a message. Do not rush to explain yourself. Do not send another text if there is no reply. Do not break your own decision after one lonely evening. This is where most people fail. They make a strong move, then destroy it with fear. Machiavelli understood that power belongs to those who remain consistent. A decision only has value if you are willing to stand behind it. Silence has a strange effect. It forces people to face reality without your constant reminders. If he misses you only when you stop giving attention, then he never valued you. He valued the attention itself. There is a big difference. Someone who truly respects you does not suddenly discover your worth only after you leave. They recognized it while you were still there. This is also the moment when your own mind will begin testing you. You may wonder if you were too harsh. You may think about sending another message just to clear things up. That is your fear speaking, not your wisdom. Fear always searches for another chance to stay attached. Wisdom asks a different question. Has anything actually changed? If the answer is no, then another message will not create a different result. Machiavelli believed that respect grows from clear boundaries. A person without boundaries teaches others how to take advantage of them. Every time you accept excuses without change, you quietly tell the other person that your standards are flexible. Over time, they stop trying because they know the minimum effort is enough. This is why protecting your standards is not selfish. It is necessary. There is another truth that many people avoid. Sometimes the person stringing you along is not evil. They may simply be unsure, emotionally unavailable, or unwilling to commit. But their reasons do not change your reality. Whether they are confused or careless, the result is the same: you remain stuck. Machiavelli would remind you that wise people judge situations by outcomes, not intentions. Good intentions without meaningful action still leave you waiting. The strongest people are not those who always win someone's heart. They are the ones who refuse to lose themselves while trying. They understand that every relationship should add peace, not constant anxiety. When someone repeatedly makes you question your worth, the problem is no longer just their behavior. It becomes your willingness to accept it. And the moment you stop accepting it, the balance of power begins to change. Here is the lesson that separates confident people from those who spend years chasing answers. Your greatest strength is not finding the perfect words. Your greatest strength is becoming the kind of person who is willing to leave situations that do not match their value. Machiavelli understood that every choice has a hidden cost. Staying with someone who keeps you guessing may feel easier today, but the price is your confidence, your peace, and your self-respect. That price becomes heavier with every passing week. Think about how many people waste months, even years, waiting for someone to become the person they imagined. They fall in love with potential instead of reality. They remember the sweet moments and ignore the endless disappointment. They keep saying, maybe next week things will change, but hope without evidence is not wisdom. It is emotional gambling, and emotional gambling almost always ends with regret. The truth is simple. Someone who wants to be in your life will not make you feel like an option every single day. They will not disappear for days without explanation and expect you to welcome them back as if nothing happened. They will not leave you carrying the entire relationship alone. Effort may not always be equal, but respect should be. This is why the text you send is only the beginning. The real message is delivered by what you do afterward. If you say you deserve honesty, then live like it. If you say you value respect, then stop accepting disrespect. If you say your time matters, then stop giving it freely to people who treat it as disposable. Words become powerful only when your actions agree with them. Many people believe confidence means never feeling hurt. That is not true. Even the strongest people feel disappointment. The difference is that they do not let disappointment decide their future. They allow themselves to feel the pain, but they refuse to let pain destroy their standards. They understand that loneliness is temporary, but losing self-respect can follow them for years. Machiavelli often reminded us that people respond differently when they realize they can no longer control you. Some will suddenly become more attentive. Others will accuse you of changing. Some may even try to make you feel guilty for choosing yourself. Do not be surprised. When people benefit from your endless patience, they rarely celebrate the day you develop boundaries. If he suddenly returns after weeks of silence, do not judge him by his words. Judge him by his consistency. One apology cannot erase months of confusion. One sweet conversation cannot replace a pattern of uncertainty. Trust should never be rebuilt with promises alone. It should be rebuilt with repeated actions over time. If those actions never appear, then the apology was only another strategy to keep you available. Remember this powerful rule. Never reward inconsistent behavior with immediate access to your life. When someone learns that a simple sorry gives them another chance without changing anything, they also learn that your boundaries are temporary. Real change requires time, effort, and consistency. Anything less is only another cycle waiting to repeat itself. There is also something important you must understand about silence. Silence is not used to punish people. It is used to protect your peace. There is a huge difference. Punishment is focused on changing another person. Protection is focused on protecting yourself. Machiavelli would always choose the second path, because true power begins with self-control, not controlling others. One day, you will meet someone who communicates clearly, keeps their promises, and makes you feel secure instead of confused. When that day comes, you will realize how much energy you wasted trying to decode mixed signals. Healthy relationships do not require endless guessing. They require honesty, effort, and mutual respect. Once you experience that, you will never again mistake inconsistency for mystery or distance for value. So if someone is stringing you along, remember this. Do not beg for attention. Do not compete for place in someone's life. Do not chase people who keep proving that they are unsure about you. Send the message if you need clarity, then let your actions speak louder than your words. Walk away if respect is missing. Protect your peace before you protect someone else's comfort. Because in the end, the greatest lesson of Machiavelli is not about manipulating others. It is about refusing to be manipulated yourself. The person who cannot be controlled by fear, false hope, or empty promises becomes impossible to defeat. And the day you stop chasing people who only give you half of their effort is the day you finally give all of your strength back to yourself. If this message helped you see your worth more clearly, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more Machiavellian wisdom, and share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Leave a comment below. What's the biggest lesson you learned from this video? Your thoughts could inspire someone else. Until next time, stay wise, stay calm, and never give away your power.